Hi everyone, welcome to Hooray It's Thursday. Just getting myself sorted, so we'll pop my earbuds in and get it all happening. What do you reckon? Alright, so today I'm going to be playing with, we've got a special that's on and I'm going to be playing with that. Stampin' Up has a, they're calling it Savings in Bloom, and it's all to do with our mini cut and emboss machine. Now, how do I know if these are working? I feel like I'm listening to myself here. Not sure what I'm up to, but that's all right. So I'm just trying to get everything happening. So pop on and say hello, and whilst I'll get it all sorted. I think I've just done that wrong, but that's okay. So what we're happening, Stampin' Up have got their Savings in Bloom for the month of March. The cut and emboss, the mini cut and emboss machine, so just the little tiny squidgy baby one, this little one, is 20% off, and they've got a whole heap of Stampin' bundles that are 20% off. There's even some returning favourites. Okay, so some of them are ones that you, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, so some of them are Stampin' bundles that haven't been around for quite some time, and others are bundles that are in the current catalogues, and so you can get them even better discount than before. So I'll flick it around and I'll show you what's on my page, and I think my earbuds are picking up, but I'm not sure, so we'll see how we go. Just turn this baby around. And so I've got a few things on my desk already for you to have a look at. Oh, I often use my my tool as a paperweight. Only weighs about 1 kilo-ish, so it's only squidgy, and it's really handy. So, all right, now I'll show you what I've got on my desk, and I definitely don't want to see full screen. All right, so I've got on my desk here in front of me the brochure, but these are two of my favourite bundles from the previous catalogues, and they've returned just for this special. So you can get them just for this special. I don't think these are working, so I'm just going to put them away, and hopefully you guys can hear me. I think I ran the battery out on them the other day, but that's right. So I'm actually going to make something with the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle. This is the stamp set. It's a red rubber cling stamp set, and the sunflowers bundle. We all need some sunflowers in our life at the moment. In New South Wales, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in New South Wales, Queensland, we're very wet. Okay, we've got lots of localised flooding, lots of issues in that respect. So I'll just pop that to the side there, and this is the Floral Art Gallery bundle that was from the previous catalogue. It's also one of my favourites to use. I do, I think I've shown you all before. I cut out the images and stick them on when I get a chance. I could just do it while I'm just watching telly. And I noticed, I'm thinking, I'm sure there's a leaf. There's a solid leaf in here, and there's a big leaf that will sit on as well. So I don't have everything cut up. I don't even know where my trimmer is, to tell you the honest truth. I think it's over there on the other table, so I will have to grab it. But this is a Savings in Bloom PDF, and I'll attach a copy of it to when I go back and save this. So we've got 3 bundles that are returning favourites. So they're not current bundles in any of the catalogues. So just so that you know, the Art Gallery bundle I just showed you, in the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle, but there's also the Garden Wishes bundle. So normally in Australia, the Garden Wishes bundle, for example, would have been $99, but at the moment it's going to be $79. But what the best bit is the little cut and emboss, which is normally $109 or $104. Sorry, I can't see because they've put a cross through it. $104. It's currently $83. So that's it's so handy to have sitting on your desk. We've still got celebration happening in the South Pacific until the 16th of March, so you can grab celebration items as well. If you're watching this on replay on my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button because we don't want you to miss anything. So I'm just grabbing my trimmer once I've opened my eyes and found it. Okay, because I didn't have it on the desk because I'm trying to move a few things around. Right. So a few weeks ago at one of my classes, we made this card. And I thought, I can remake this card. And I quite frequently get inspiration. Inspiration comes to me from everywhere. I don't know where you guys like to get it. I like to also get it from Pinterest. It's my favourite. But also the catalogues. But this little guy, I used this for one of my classes. And now I thought, I'm going to make something similar. I did find some cards that I liked that were using the Sunflowers bundle by Mary Fish. Sharon Burkett and Jason Locks from overseas, but I'm going to tweak what they've done. Okay, I'll attach this later. All right, so I don't have a piece of the checkered left because I've used it all. I'm very sad. No, I'm not very sad. Paper's meant to be used. Okay, so I'm going to remake this, but I'm going to remake this with a sunflower and my blends. Okay, so I did have my base ready, so that's a good thing. And I don't know about you guys, but I find that if you have basic white thick, it folds so much nicer if you score it. And in Australia, we're scoring it at 10.5. Move the knife out of the way. Ask me how I know that that needs to be done. I'm very good at chopping it. Okay, that's going to sit there because I'm going to use that piece instead. Okay, I'll just fold this baby. Both the Very Vanilla and the Basic White Thick, they need to be, well, I guess, forced into submission when it comes to folding them. That's why I like to score those. Okay, and I've got some scraps of scraps. They're very big scraps, aren't they? I've got some pieces of basic black here. I often use my trimmer as a ruler. I've changed, you can get, it comes with the arms, got the inches and everything on it, but you can actually buy separately one with our centimetres on it. So I don't know if you can see them on there. So I quite frequently use it as a measuring stick. But I'll start from something like 10, just because it's easy and it's in the middle. So my piece of basic black is 10.5. 10.5, someone remember that for me, okay? Oops. 10.5. Pull you all the way through because my strawberry's in the way. By 8. All right, I can't put that away. I need it. Oh, how convenient! That's already 10.5. I know why. When I cut up for class, I'll often just cut it like if there's half a piece left, I'll cut it to the size that I need. So I think I need another blade again. I've been cutting up heaps. I had a big class on the weekend. And I'm thinking actually, yeah, look at that. I'm thinking that I might need to, I'm very seriously thinking, I'm going to video what I did, the cards that I did. Tell me in the chat if you want to see them. They're just behind me because I've been taking photos of them this morning. I'm thinking that I might need to, so let's go with 7.6. Run it as a class online as well because I can take videos of them. One of the girls from my team's already got me videoing them because she can't come to my classes because she lives in another state, but that's all right. Okay, so I've just taken 0.4 centimeters. So I know I've got one friend that loves it when I talk inches, but I've taken 0.4 of a centimeter off that. I'm going to pop that on there. But first of all, I'm going to thieve, because I like to do that, from my piece of black. Yep, it's going to fit. So these are the bits that come with the cut and emboss machine. Plus there's a number 4, but I didn't bring it over with me because I'm not going to use it. When you use, oh yes I did. You need number 4, plate number 4 for when you use the 3D embossing folders. This is the new one. I haven't tried it yet. I do love it though. Look at those splatters. They're a lot of fun. Anyway, so back to what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so we're going to use the sunflowers. Let's pop the other things to the side. I like the sentiment strips on the Floral Art Gallery. Oh, I've not done that wrong. We need these ones. Sorry, guys. Okay, too many sets of hands. Okay, so I'm thinking what I need to do is I'm going to stamp and cut a flower and some extra leaves. And then I'm going to cut some of these guys in black. So, I don't even have a block here. And everybody's just deserted me. So, I'm going to have to run and grab blocks and everything. Lucky I've got them all in a big container. But, that's fine. So these are all of the dies. And I thought I was organised today. That's a bit upsetting. I've got enough cardstock, but see, I'm going to pinch these from here. All right. So, but I'm just going to put on some pretty music. I'm going to grab a container full of blocks because I haven't got my blocks. All right. Get another block, they said. Okay. Shh. You can never have enough blocks. Okay, and this isn't all of them because there's a whole heap of them that are still set up for class because I'm running my class again that I had last weekend because there's a couple of guys couldn't get here because of the rain. And so I just said that I'll do it again on the 12th. So I've got 2 spare seats on the 12th if anyone would like to join us. So, and that one. Oh yes, I don't have my long block for my sentiment. What have we got? Let's celebrate you. Yeah, let's go with that. What are we going to celebrate someone for? Lots of different things. Might pop it along the edge here. Yep. Okay. I'll just pop that one to the side. Pop these behind me. Okay. And I'll pop these back in the packet because I don't need the rest of these. Oh, and that's the other thing I do. I've got a dynamo machine that I label everything because that's so much easier to see. They do have their names on them here and there's how many's in there. So, and the product numbers down here. But so I like to put it in big writing, blind person writing. So, okay. So let's get happening. So this little baby, currently $83, fits on the desk very easily. It's got a 3-inch surface. You can get spare, you can get more of the plates if you need them. So I've got number 3 is for an embossing folder, number 1 is for die cutting, and number 4 is for super duper embossing folders, the 3D ones. Okay, so we're going to use some die cutting. So I need number 1, number 2, and I'm going to just pop these babies in here. They're upside down currently. In case there's some newbies watching, let's close that. Hi Janet, how you going? This side with the rough edge is actually the knife. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's not sharp or anything like that, but that's actually the knife. So I'm going to just turn these over. I could actually get another one out of that, but I don't have another one to cut, so I'll have to send it through twice. So I'll just pop this one in here. Works exactly the same as the big one. It's just a baby version. wobbles the desk just as much. Let's put this over there because I don't want to. Right. I'll push them out. I don't know how many I need, so pop off there. I'll just cut another one. I think I might cut another one of the double. I like odd numbers. Anyone that watches regularly would know that about me. Okay, so I'll just cut another one. And I love sunflowers. So sunflowers happen to be one of my most favourite flowers. That and gerberas. I like their big happy faces. We've got a beautiful sunflower farm up at north of here that we've been to visit. But there's a gentleman on the main road heading home from Gosford that often has sunflowers that he's got for sale. So let's fold this baby up. Yes, it makes big noise, but that's all right. And look, no one is going to be any the wiser. See? Right, so, and to make sure, I'll just pop a little bit. Always pop your adhesive on your smallest piece or the top piece. I'm constantly telling my ladies that, and my friends that come to craft with me, and less is best when it comes to multi-purpose glue, because it's as sticky as. There you go, see? See, no one would know any different that there's some bits missing from the back. Okay, so let's stamp this baby. Yes, I pre-cut all of my innards and I put them in packs just so that I know where I'm at. Okay, so you're going to fit right up there. Somewhere on the table, yep, there's Memento. We've got Memento. I'm doing a lot of crafting. Hi Sharon, hope you had a nice birthday the other week. Doing a lot of crafting these days with Memento and my Stampin Blends because I'm loving colouring in. I'm finding it very therapeutic for me. I just like to sit and, I don't know, hold my tongue in the right direction and colour in. So pop my stamp down there, tell it how wonderful I am 3 times in my head. I am wonderful, I am good. A bit like the kids, is it? I am loved, I am kind. I don't know. I've got a lot of friends that work in childcare and there's something that they do with all the kids and it's really quite cute. All right, and I'm going to do a couple of leaves. Sunflower leaves to me are usually quite dark. So I've bought a couple of different colours over. And again, I'm going to do an odd number. This is going to have to go through the baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss a few times. And I'm also going to have to cut it out because that doesn't fit. This one is only just going to fit. See? Look at that. You've got to get it in the right angle. But that's okay. All right. Sharon's just told me that yes, she did have a very nice birthday. Lots of February birthdays. I'm a February birthday. I'm a bit excited about them. I'm going to cut before I colour because in case I stuff it up. A lot of the times I do it the other way around, but I just want to make sure this time. So I am going to trim this down a little bit first, because I can. I think that should fit now. Whoops. Need plate number 1 first, ladies. Wasn't thinking. Okay, and then it's a matter of working out. Just all I do is keep twisting the die until it looks right. And there's usually a hint at in some spots. And do you think I can see where my hint is? Nope. I haven't got any special tricks. I usually just twist it until it sort of matches up. Oh, Bit like that. Look at that. Okie dokie. Oh, it wants to wiggle because my plate's bowed a bit. Shh, don't tell it. No, it really wants to wiggle. Okay. If I had some old washi tape on the table, which I don't, I would actually tape that one down. But I am going to cross, I can't cross everything because I'm using it. I'm going to hope this works. I think I got it. I think I held it. Right. Not bad if I do say so myself. That looks very nice. I was looking up before I started before I started making this, I was looking up how many different colour sunflowers there were. I thought, oh, a bit of fun, like, you know, when you're doing cards with, and I'm just going to keep talking because I'm doing bits that are, I've got to cut these 3 times. Anyway, it's looking up all different colour sunflowers, because when you look at different cards for inspiration, everybody colours things different. Like, so I don't know, I've seen many a blue sunflower card, but I've never seen a blue sunflower. I've seen some very nice, deep, almost like a burgundy, burnt orange one. I've seen some bright yellow ones, like our Daffodil Delight colour and our Mango Melody colour. I've seen some, yeah, some that are almost like, I pulled over Cajun Craze just because I could, because I thought, oh, that would look so good. I love how realistic this flower is. I don't know, it's funny, when it came out, my upline Linda automatically went, I knew you would get that one. And she's right. One of my friends for my birthday gave me a beautiful painting of just a field of sunflowers. So, and I've got a replica of Van Gogh sunflowers on my wall in my lounge room because I just love them. Alright, so that baby can go back over there. It doesn't take up any room on the desk when you do that. And now, I see what I mean, that one's a bit dodgy, but you know what? We can stick it underneath some of the other ones because, yeah. So now I've just got a colour. And I didn't bring any dark brown, but I bought dark green and I bought Cajun Craze over. Here's the colour. Don't run away. I nearly dropped one. This is the colour selection that I brought over with me. Okay, don't lose those. Alright. So I thought Mossy Meadow teamed up with some Just Jade would make very appropriately coloured sunflower leaves. But I'm thinking, looking at this one, because I'm just running it along the highlights, or where the stamps got, I am thinking that one's the light Mossy Meadow. I think that's Old Olive there. Yeah, I'm thinking Old Olive may have been a bit better. Now, one of my... Old Olive was your favourite colour. Old Olive is one of my favourite colours. One of my daughters, Miss Maeve, has just arrived home, and now I can put her to good use. No. Maevelicious. No. Can you please... No. Can you please get me a brown selection? Dark brown to almost black for the inside of my sunflower. They're in the drawer over there. Thanks, my honey.
Do you want one now? You got a sign here.
So, alright, and I'll just keep, I might put a little bit of, no, that one doesn't work. Okay, so let's see what a Just Jade looks like. I do like that leaf. That one's not going to work. Yes, I hope it stays around too, Sharon. This is one of my favourites.
I found them.
They weren't lost, Maeve. I did tell you exactly where they were.
Yeah, well, you don't know all your sticky notes. No, I don't know where everything is.
I used to have sticky notes all over my
You want like a grey finger and black.
No, I want dark brown. So you'll see one that's over there. It's called bronze. And she doesn't realise if she looks on the table. Oh, okay. I coloured this one to wrong colour. Okay, that's fine. This one's going to go that colour as well. Because they're never the same, are they? Thank you, my honey. She got me a selection, all right. If she looks at the table, she's going to go, what the? Because I've just got the whole...
Use the metal that I just dropped.
I've just got a whole heap of new ones. So where is my... This one is the dark mossy meadow. Look at what just arrived. I could use some of these, but I won't. These ones are like every skin tone colour that you can think of. But that's not what we're talking about today. Pop them aside.
Yeah,
Alright.
what colour you want it. You can just see browns.
Alright, so...
You can clean that up.
Bye, Maeve. So we'll just finish this leaf off.
No.
Yeah, hello, honey. Okie dokie. That one is really dodgy. Okay. This would have to be one of my favourite bundles. Although I think I'm not fussy. This week, this one's going to be one of my favourite bundles. Okie dokie. So my leaves look a little bit pretty. This is the brown selection she gave me. So we have bronze, we have dark soft suede, well that's going to be dark, and we have dark evergreen. Brown selection, Maeve. Don't know how that one came about. I think she just grabbed them. Alright, so I don't think bronze is going to be dark enough for the inside here. It's not. Hopefully my soft suede is. Let's see what... Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm just going to colour the whole inside of my sunflower. I know they're usually quite black, but when the sun hits them... Did you know an interesting fact about sunflowers? Sunflowers always go looking for the sun. So if the sun's up, all the sunflowers in the field will be facing it. And if there's no sun, they face each other. And that's just so that they can get some of that, I don't know, light, radiance, the love of the sunflowers. That dark evergreen might work, but we'll see. Let's put a little bit of light, the bronze in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just change that layer. This might just come around the edge with the dark evergreen. Gosh, it is dark, isn't it? Its tip's still nice. I don't think I've used this one very often. Anyway, so now I'm going to go back over it with soft suede and just blend it a little bit. Just to pull it in. Oh, look at that. Very smick, if I do say so myself. So that's the centre. Now, I do have a plethora of colours here. I do like that word, don't I? Okay. I could have just coloured this before, couldn't I? I'm going, and here's one I prepared earlier, but I didn't, so you'll have to watch me colour. Dark Daffodil Delight. Let's have a really bright, sunny one. I could have stamped this on Daffodil Delight and just coloured from there. This tip leaves a lot to be desired, but it's still going to do what I need it to do. So this is a very 3D looking stamp. It's very realistic. So you can actually get some really nice dark spots where you can put shadow. Okay. Everybody does their blends differently. I like to do my darker ones first, and I usually go over and over them. So, but yeah, everybody is different as to how they use them, and it's just a matter of finding which ones you like the best, like which way you like to stamp and colour. So, sunflowers are also the national flower of the Ukraine. So there's a lot of sunflowers coming up on everybody's newsfeed at the moment in support of the Ukraine and everything that's going on there. And we're all praying and wishing for peace. So, and they're such happy flowers, aren't they? So I'm just going around my whole flower. The alcohol blends better if you blend it while it's still quite, well, it dries really fast. So I was going to say wet, but it's probably the wrong thing to say. It dries really fast, smells really cool. No, don't sniff it too hard. I won't be the only person that likes the smell of it. It's probably the nurse in me. It smells clean. It's the same as hand sanitizer. I rather like the smell of hand sanitizer. Oop, miss some over here. Right, I will come back over that and do a little bit more. This is my light. Ooh, that one looks rather new. Shh, don't tell anyone. So I'm just going to fill in all the areas that I haven't put the dark. And you can see it's already starting to blend. And it's pushing, because it pushes that colour through. Okay. Doesn't have to be neat. I am staying in the lines of the bits around the edge though. Sometimes I actually cut things out with their die and then I go back and I cut the white bit off. It just gives me like a little piece to cut out rather than a great big piece if I'm fussy cutting. My mum loves sunflowers as well, so I might actually keep this one for her. Though I do know a lot of people that love sunflowers because they're so happy. All right. I might speed this up when I upload it to YouTube so that everybody doesn't have to watch me. Now, this one here is pumpkin pie. This is the light pumpkin pie. And this one here is Cajun Craze. I'm thinking that I might do, oh yeah, a little bit of, oh, here's a little pretty birdie sitting outside watching me. Might do a little bit of Cajun Craze happening. What do you reckon? Oh, that's nice. It just gives a different colour. Alright, which side do you like best? The side with the Cajun Craze on it? Looks real, doesn't it? Or the side without? It's all going to end up with Cajun Craze. Not like I can take this bit off, but anyway. It makes, if you get around underneath where the shadows are, it really makes those petals on top pop out. But Google it and see what colour sunflowers are. There's so many different varieties of yellows and oranges that you can get. I think some of them are, is it hybrids? Is that what they call them? Alright. Okay. And you can colour as quickly or as slowly as you like, depending on how much time you've got. Now let's go round there a bit, just to get rid of all those white bits. Undo those shadows there. And it's starting to come along. I'm going to work with it still. And because I didn't prepare one earlier, you all have to watch me do this if you want to see the finished card. Or you come back and check in about 15 minutes. One or the other. Thanks, Chris. It's one of my favourite sets. And I love that it's gone back to being a bundle for this month. Alright. So if it's a bundle, if this is one of the stamp sets and dies that you really like and you missed out on getting it a bundle because you're new to Stampin' Up, or you hadn't, or mainly if you're new to Stampin' Up, or you didn't realise that you had to have this in your set, in your stamping drawer, then you can go back now. I'm not going to use the dark occasion, or maybe a little bit of dark. I'm not going to use the darker setting, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do it. Just put a little bit around there. Yeah, so as I was saying, it may not be one that you thought you needed, but I think everybody needs this one because it's just so pretty. And the more of them that we sell or buy, the longer it stays. So I just want to blend some of those lines. And I noticed that I've got some white bits that I missed. So we'll just do another layer. This is the light one. You can see why my tips end up trashed. But that's okay. We're supposed to use and love our tools. And markers are a tool. So use them. When you need new ones, you know where you can get them. Look at that. That's just coming to life beautifully there. Isn't it? Okie dokie. Alright, I think that'll do me. You know how you get to that point where you go, just step away? I'm at that point. Okay, so let's celebrate you. I'm thinking, I don't have all my embossing stuff, but that would have looked good, but that's okay. I've got some, actually, you know what? Let's just make it easy. Across everything I do this straight. Okay? So, let's put some, it's on such a big block because my other block is somewhere over there. But I'm just going to put this, I'm not going to go in the center because otherwise I have to get it straight in the center. Sorry if we can see the top of my head. Just holding my tongue right. Oh, nice. And you know what? That's relatively straight. Straight enough that I'm happy with it, don't look too close. Okay? And then I'm going to pop this up here. This here. And I think it needs some twine. What do you reckon? Yes? Fibre, yes or no? I'll just straighten it out, ready for everybody to say yes for me. Okay? What do you reckon? Okay, I can see that there's 5. Tells me how many people are watching, doesn't tell me who, but tells me that there's 5 people watching. Fibre, yes or no? Come on, guys. Let's put some adhesive on the back here. Yep. We've got 1 vote for yes. I'm going to stick this down because my fibre, I'm not wrapping around it, although I could have. 2 votes for yes. All right. 1 more yes, and then we're going to go because, like, you know, there's enough people that's... Although I think I get a vote, and I'm going to say yes. All right, so next thing, I'm thinking I might colour the fibre. So it's just a nice, I don't know, natural taupey colour at the moment. So let's colour it. And I'm thinking it probably needs to, what colour are we going to colour it? Because that's going to go there like it's looking up that way. I have some leaves. If I can pick them up. That's my dodgy leaf. And another dodgy leaf. No, that one was alright. And then these. Yep, you. And you. Almost needs a daisy, doesn't it? Like some daisies behind it. I was playing with the little mini daisy the other day, and it's just pretty. Right? How's that? Yes, and I think it needs fibre here, and well, I could leave it that colour, but I'm thinking I might go with my old olive. So let's colour some fibre. I'm going to tie it in a bow first. So let's do an unusual bow. Okay. Wrapped around my fingers 4 times. I'm right-handed, not left-handed, so I'm trying to cut and it's not working and it feels weird. So wrap around my fingers a few times. Right. And I don't know where my other tag is. And then I'm just going to tie that in a knot. Sit down there. Sorry, all fingers. I'm just literally tying that group of gathered up bits of twine in a knot. Looks like it just stepped out of an old barn. Put that in, wiggle that to the middle. Tie it again so that it doesn't okie dokie. Now I've got so many little legs. Yep. And it's so much easier to cut scissors with the correct hand. Glue dots are on the table, of course they are. A glue dot would fit that, stick that perfectly there, but I'm thinking it needs to be green. So let's go with old olive dark, and let's just make it dark green. Because it's a natural fibre, it's going to take on that colour, and because these are alcohol markers, it's going to dry really, really fast. You can make it a bit patchy, or you can make it, you can just keep going over it and make it really dark if you want to, but it's just going to take on that colour. See, because it's alcohol, it's not even getting on my fingers. But I think the rusticy look of it not being perfect is better. although that loop has got none on it up there. Yep, beautiful. So essentially you can have any colour twine you want. Now, what do you reckon? That looks pretty good. Let's stick her all together. So I'm going to put this leaf down here. You want to make sure it doesn't go off your edge of your card, because your envelope's only a certain size and you can't squeeze any more size out of your envelope, just a smidge. So you don't want to go too much off over the edge with your envelope. And I don't know if you can see, I'm actually putting it just on this bit down here so that it because I want it to stick to this piece, not the base card. Then it gives you a little bit of height under here as well, so it just gives you a bit of a shadow then, which is pretty. And then we just put a little bit. I'm not sticking down the tops. If I wanted to, I could just put a little bit of dot. Less is best, okay? And again, I know my feature is in the middle, but I want it to come off a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to stick that one down yet. I will stick these. And I'll stick this one because I've got to stick them in so far. So, but I don't want to stick that one down yet because I'm going to stick some dimensionals under this one. Okay, and this needs big dimensionals and quite numerous of them. Alright, just half a dozen. Okay, and pop that one over there. Alright, hopefully everyone's staying dry. It's really, really dampy. There is a distinct advantage. One of my friends asked how I was going, had we flooded, but I'm 77 metres above sea level here, so if I flood, there's significant issue for the whole town of Gosford. So, hence, I haven't flooded. Alright, and then I can stick this one in, because this way I can see where it needed to go. I just put it on the edge, because when I stick it in, it's going to push a little bit. And I'll end up with adhesive everywhere, so I'm hitting a dimensional under there, so that's where that one's got to sit. Now, I would normally glue dot that, but since I don't have glue dots here with me, I do have my Stampin' Seal. So what I'm going to show you what I do is I just put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on it. Okay, so it's a little bit tacky. I might shove it under there a bit. And voila. Now the other thing I brought over with me, that looks pretty good. What does everyone think? Yes, Chris, we have lots of leeches. And thank you, that's beautiful colouring, if I do say so myself. Want to see close up? One thing about living 77 metres above sea level and near the bush is that we get leeches, and lots of them. And it's even too wet for them, they keep trying to come inside. So I am not a fan. Somewhere on my table, I thought was an envelope. But you know what Thought done? And it left it at the other table. So, I'm just grabbing my envelope, everybody. Because, oh, not that one. That one's already stamped on. That's one thing I'm noticing. A lot of my ladies, when they first started coming to class with me, They used to stick their, I used to say, oh, don't ever stick your cards with the envelope flap sitting over the top of them. And they go, oh, yeah, okay. But see how it gets a bit sticky because of the moisture in the air? I've got a humidifier down, I've got a humidity reading downstairs where my laser machine is, and it's 88% humidity downstairs inside. So you can imagine this gets a bit sticky. So you don't want to store your card like that because you'll wreck it. I always store my cards like so. If that bit gets stuck, you can slide something underneath it. This is perfect for it, so that you can prise it open. But you don't want to be wrecking the front of your card because of it. Let's put, there's another stamp in here that's a pretty little sunflower. Let's put, or should we use the big one? No, we're just going to use the big one because we're just going to put some a skeleton sunflower on the inside. Okay, where did my stamp pad go? It's right here in front of me. But what I will do is put, I'm not going to colour it though, I'm just going to leave it black and white. Ah, thank you. All right. So this one's just going to go black and white. Just so that there's something on the inside. Okay? So that's my inside, and I will pull out the baby sunflower because I can. And it doesn't fit on the block that I've got here. So I'll grab my block, a box of blocks. I'll grab this block. Okay, so I'm going to do black and white sunflowers on this one as well. But what I'm going to do, I've got numerous layers of paper under here. I use them and I just keep stacking on top. So to make it so that you can see, okay, I'll just move a little bit closer in. So what I've done is I've actually stuck the piece of paper on my envelope overlapping it, so that I can stamp sunflowers over the back of my envelope flap. So that I can mess up two pieces of paper. No, so that it looks pretty and I don't get mess on the front. You see? How does that look? That looks good, doesn't it? And just because we can. Now, should I colour it? I'm thinking I should. So, Myrtle said, yes, watching you on live. Oh, what a great, great. Oh, that great, what you did with your box. Which box are we talking about? The one with all my stamp blocks in it? I just like to have them all together so that when I go to use them, I know where they are. So, I think the dark, no, we'll use the bronze. When you're doing your envelope, you have to touch very, very lightly. If you think you're going to go through, you can put a piece of scrap or a piece of basic white on the inside of your envelope, so that you don't go through, because you don't want it to go all the way through to the other side, which it will if it's given half a chance. And the more layers that you put on it, the more likely it is going to go through. So I'm just going to do, oh, this is light, so I'm going in the opposite direction this time. This is light Daffodil Delight. Bummer they got rid of the Mango Melody, which I had. That was one of my favourite blends. Okay. I'm not colouring all the ones that are on the back. I'll tell you that now. Just because this is only a squidgy tiny little leaf, I'm just using the pointy tip. Okay. We've been on here for an hour, ladies. Don't usually take that. Try not to take that long. And this is the white. Oh, I don't want to do that too much. It'll come through, which it is. Okay. And just push lightly. And go a little bit over these. Ta-da! That'll do me. What did I do with my bow? Well, my bow was actually just a knot tied around some, okay. With my bow, I literally tied it around my finger a few times, gathered it all together in the middle, and then tied a knot in it. And when the knot became the two edges. And then I stuck it on with some seal, because that's all I had on my desk. Alrighty. So there you go. One very happy looking sunflower. We could put some dots on it if we wanted to, but I'm going to leave it dot free. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Hope that you liked it. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe. If you're watching me on Facebook, I'm live. I'll see you next Thursday. There is a special at the moment for the savings are in bloom, and that's what we've got the mini cut and emboss on special, and the mini cut and emboss has gone down to $83, which is a bargain. Alrighty, and this is where my inspiration came from today, which is a card that I did for my class, okay, a few weeks back. So all is good. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch up with you all later.